2006, actually, we started. We had recorded a 7-song demo, and it was terrible. There was one song on there that was pretty good. And some managers heard it and got that song played on the local radio station. And, you know, just even one time a day after 9 o'clock, you could suddenly go from playing to like 10 people in a club, you know, 9 of them working there, to doing like 200-300 people at a club every single time you played, just from getting played once a day, like after 9 o'clock, when not a lot of people are typically listening.
Nobody listening.
Nobody listening.
No.
My dad was a drummer in the past, and he had his drums stored in the closet. So out of boredom one day, I set him up and pieced it together, kind of hit it, got acquainted with what drums make what sound. And then that night I saw, I don't even know who it was, I saw on MTV, and I saw what he was doing. I was like, that guy looks really cool. I'm not that cool, but maybe if I play the drums, I can get that cool.
He was wrong, but it's...
But I was addicted, from, like Chad said, from the first hit. Yes, but I was addicted, and I would lie in bed and listen to Rush live, and I'd hear Neil Peart's drum solo, and the way it made me feel, I always thought that I wanted to make kids feel like that one day. So now when I get kids writing on my website, they're telling me they're inspired to go take lessons and buy a kit, I know that I've achieved that.
I don't know, every album's slightly different. Last album's a little different than this one. Chad had a bunch of ideas that he'd pretty much done over Christmas and phoned us all. I remember I was in the grocery store and he's like, phoned me, hey, you gotta check out this. Check out this.
And
I'm
I
like,
sounded exactly like that.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, hey, check out this. Check out this.
Studio.
It's awful. It's just Irish kind of feeling. Oh, I got this new riff.
I've got a fantastic new riff for you.
Check it out.
You're gonna love the hell out of this one, fella.
Oh my God, I love this back in Dublin. No, I'm sitting here in the grocery store for like half an hour. Yeah, it's cool, and it's cool. I mean, it's like you get a chance to the studio.
Watching you walk up and down.
And so yeah, so this time around it was like, you know, we kind of hopped in and he had chunks of ideas already ready to roll. So we just kind of elaborated on what we could, and lyric-wise and melody-wise, and just kind of see where it landed.
In Nickelback, there are no rules. We can write as heavy a song as we want, and we can write, a light song, a ballad. We can write just straight-up rockers. We can do anything we want to do, and we have not pigeonholed ourselves into a category where it has to sound like, you know, if you're a metal band and you want to suddenly just take it down and get melodic for a second, you can't really do that. I mean, their fans won't allow them to. Or they won't be around for very long. It's very difficult for them. And for us, that's just paramount. It has to be, every album has to go to both ends of the spectrum. We want to be one of those bands that sounds good live. You know, some bands don't really care. They just get up there and they just kind of, you know, sort of half-heartedly roll through their songs and get off stage. And for us, that's always been like a huge focal point. That we want to make sure that this sounds good. And then on top of that, we just want to make sure that everyone's having a great time. You know, we want to turn it into a party. And just, there's nothing better than looking out and just seeing people just having a blast. You know, people are gritting their teeth and they're giving the devil horns, or they're laughing, or you know, or if it's a ballad, you know, they're grabbing the girl and they're just sitting there and they're kind of swaying back and forth, and they do the little, you know, it's like, that feels good.
Just one more.